All right, in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how I was able to do 5K day yesterday, which is like day 19, I think, of this brand new store. If you guys watched my last video, you saw that I was able to do like a 1.4K day on day 5, I think it was. Consistently, then had to scale down, did like $500 days, was able to find a new winning ad, jumped up to like consistent $1,000 days, and eventually we've been able to scale up to 2 different $3,000 days. Yesterday was a $5,000 day, and what are we at so far today? Let's see, we're already at 2.7K, and at the time of recording this, it's like 2 p.m. So we should be able to finish today also roughly around a 5K day, but we will see. Nonetheless, in this video, I want to break down exactly how I was able to pretty much creative max my way to 5K a day. I think what I'm going to show in this video is going to show a bit of a different perspective from what I see a lot of people on YouTube talking about. To be honest, I also want to just be extremely transparent with this video because I'm going to break down exactly what my ad account looks like. I'm going to show you the exact net profit, everything like that. So let's get right into it. All right, so before we go any further, I'm going to break down just what the ad account itself looks like. This is on the campaign level. I'm going to have to blur out quite a bit of stuff here just so I don't reveal the exact product. And before we get into this, I also want to preface that this ad account is actually in Canadian dollars. So you might see 2.7K spent. Considering we did 5K yesterday, you might think that that's a 2x ROAS, but since this is Canadian dollar with the conversion rate, I think we were at like a 2.4x ROAS or something like that. And yesterday we were able to do like 38% net profit, which I think put us right around 2K in net profit after costs, everything like that. So I just want to break down sort of what the ad account structure itself looks like. So to be honest, I'm a big fan of just sort of one big CBO method. I know people have extremely mixed opinions about this, but to be honest, if your creatives are good enough, I think that they will perform no matter how you structure your ad account. I'm personally not a huge fan of ABOs because I think it just wastes a lot of ad spend. What I much prefer doing is actually just having a CBO and then setting minimum spend limits, which kind of forces Facebook to turn it somewhat into an ABO. But if I have like $1,000 a day budget, I'll usually set minimum spend limits for everything so that the minimum spends take up maybe 20% of the total daily budget. So that will force Meta to spend like 20% of your budget exactly how you want, but then it will give the other 80% or $800 a day in freedom for whatever Facebook wants to spend on. So this is on the campaign level. If we break down the ad set level, you'll see I have 10 ad sets live. In each of these ad sets, I launched about 10 ads at a time. This is usually how I go about it. I launch in batches. And what you'll see is yesterday, like 99% of our purchases were coming from one specific ad set. And within this ad set, it was one specific creative. So what you will notice is this one creative literally spent 2.5K of our total daily budget yesterday. If we go along here, you'll see like CPM, cost per click, everything like that. And these are very much on KPI. Again, I want to preface that this is Canadian dollar. So if your ad account is in US dollar, you might think that this looks a little bit inflated. I actually think these are really good metrics in general. And I will mention as well that I'm targeting top 5 countries, not only US, because if we were targeting only US, these metrics would probably be a little bit more expensive. Anyways, I don't want to go too in depth on the ad account itself because to be honest, what allowed me to scale to 5K days on day like 19 of this brand new store was our creative strategy and specifically how I produced our creatives from the beginning of this test. Again, I think I have a pretty different perspective on this than a lot of people. I'm going to break down exactly how we do that. Real quick before we get into that, I don't think anyone is being as transparent as I am, literally showing ad account dashboard and exact revenue numbers. Like I don't see anyone in this industry doing this and making YouTube videos because to be honest, a lot of the guys on YouTube here that are talking about dropshipping, I think are just absolute fucking LARPs. Half the people in this industry don't even do the business model. All they do is the coaching. But if you do appreciate the transparency, showing the ad account, showing the Shopify dashboard, stuff like that, let me know in the comments, leave a like. But yeah, I'll let you get right back into the video. So on any new test, what you have to identify is you are going to have a massive total addressable market. Even if you're selling what you would consider to be a pretty niche product, you're going to have a massive total addressable market. And within that total addressable market, you're going to have these different avatars. And I just have these blue rings and pink rings. These are just kind of symbolizing man, woman. And each of these avatars is extremely unique in the sense that they all have different problems. They've all tried different things in the past. They have a different preconceived notion of what your product might be able to help them with. And this is is something that I think a lot of people overlook, is you need to tailor your creatives specifically to these subsections in your total addressable market. So usually when you are doing like your foundational research and just going through your entire research process at the start of a test, you're going to identify that there are hundreds of these subsections of your total addressable market. And you as a dropshipper, as an advertiser, your job is to figure out where you think you can entry on this product and where it's going to be the easiest for you to essentially make money right off the bat. Because there's naturally going to be certain subsections of this total addressable market that are easier to sell and certain subsections that are harder to sell. And the reason for that is because of market awareness and market sophistication. And we're going to get into that in just a second. But on any total addressable market, there is going to be sort of this low-hanging fruit in terms of avatars that just aren't super knowledgeable about the industry itself. And sort of any claim that you make is going to resonate very well with them because they just haven't seen very many other advertisers making similar claims. They haven't seen other products that do the same thing. So when they come across your ad, it's very new to them and they instantly think that, this is the product for them because they don't have inputs from seeing other products that have also made the exact same claims. So that's something I want to preface is when you're starting out on a new test, you want to try and figure out what is that low-hanging fruit for my product specifically. And that's exactly what I did with this store. That's exactly how I produce my creatives whenever I'm testing any product, is I try and capitalize on that low-hanging fruit right off the bat. So essentially you will have this total addressable market, which has a bunch of these different avatars. And for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to break down sort of 3 of these subsections. And I'm going to show you exactly how we divide the market and produce ads that are specifically tailored to these people. And this is going to be something that you want to do before you ever produce a single creative. You're going to want to identify the different avatars in your market. This is going to be happening during your research process. And then after you've done your research process and you have your foundational docs, you are then going to want to identify where is going to be your entry point. So for the purpose of this video, I want to kind of break down what this would look like for a weight loss supplement and just show you how there's different avatars and how your creatives need to be tailored specifically to these different avatars. So again, for a weight loss supplement, if we're just going to break down this specific avatar, this could be a very specific avatar for a weight loss supplement. And this would be a male between 30 and 55. They might go to the gym, they track calories, they eat healthy, but they still just can't lose the extra weight. They currently take a supplement stack, but they're starting to question if their body is just different. So at this point, you have identified that their awareness level is that they are product aware. And the reason for that is because they are already taking a supplement stack. They already know about these other products. And naturally, that also puts them at a higher stage of sophistication. And I'm not going to break down the stages of sophistication or awareness level. That is sort of more base level knowledge. If you want to learn about that kind of stuff, read the book Breakthrough Advertising, or literally ask ChatGPT to teach you these different topics. It's honestly not that difficult to understand. But continuing on here, so the stage of sophistication for an avatar like this that's already taking a supplement stack and doing all these things is probably stage 4. So they've probably heard of like fat burners, metabolism boosters, but they just don't really believe that these things work. They potentially think that they're all gimmicks. So what you have to identify with an avatar like this is that they are naturally going to be quite skeptical. And the reason for that is because they know quite a lot already about this industry, about the problems, about the solutions on the market. So if you want to create a winning ad for an avatar like this, you are going to need to kind of come up with this new mechanism. And on top of that new mechanism that your product's going to have that no other products do, you're going to need to try and back it up with an authority figure. And the reason you're going to have to back it up with an authority figure is because these people are already at a higher stage of sophistication. They know quite a lot already, so they aren't going to trust just like a random gym bro that's just yapping in a UGC video on Facebook. What they're going to want to see is probably like a video that might be more educational, more study backed, more science backed. Maybe it's being delivered by like a doctor that's breaking down studies, and they're going to want to see exactly like, why is it that they're going to the gym, they're tracking calories, they're eating healthy, but they still can't lose the extra weight. You're going to need to resonate on that exact point in your ads themselves. You're going to want to, in your ad, reference that, you might be going to the gym, you might be tracking calories, you might be eating healthy, but you still can't lose the extra weight. So what you have to identify is that concept is going to be drastically different than a concept that you're going to create for a mom that has never been to the gym before, doesn't really know anything about the gym, doesn't know anything about these supplements. What's going to sell this avatar specifically is going to be drastically different to what is going to sell a different avatar. I think a lot of people overlook this is they just don't tailor their creatives enough to the avatar that they're speaking to. And so to really nail home this point, I want to break down and contrast what it would look like for a completely opposite avatar than the one we were just talking about. So for example, a mom that's like 30 to 50 has gained weight post-pregnancy. They can't seem to get it off. They have no time to diet. They have no time for the gym. They haven't really tried anything yet. This person might also still be in the market for the exact same weight loss supplement as the gym bro who's extremely sophisticated, hits the gym, tracks their calories. But what's going to sell this avatar is going to be drastically different to what's going to sell the gym bro avatar. So in a case like this, for this mom, the awareness level that they're at is maybe like problem aware. Obviously, they've identified that they have post-pregnancy weight that they want to get off. That is their problem, but they don't really know about solutions on the market. Everything's going to feel pretty new to them when you're introducing anything. So that's something that you want to identify as well. Naturally, since this person isn't very sophisticated with other solutions on the market and the industry in general, their stage of sophistication might be at like a 1 or 2. So, maybe they've seen some weight loss ads, but it's just like they're not really that deeply embedded in the solution landscape in the sense that they don't know of all the solutions that exist. And you could literally even script it in that like, you might not know that much about this industry, but you have already found the best product on the market. You no longer have to do research, blah, blah, blah. Like at this point with a creative like this, you don't need to have like a super complex, unique mechanism and root cause of the problem and stuff like that. For an avatar like this that doesn't really know that much, you just need to deeply resonate and have some sort of emotional identification at the start of the video. And what I mean by that specifically is a video that you're going to create for someone like this could be delivered as like an authentic testimonial UGC style video from a mom that's now in just amazing shape. And you could even show like before and after pictures. And again, this stuff can be all created entirely with AI, with Nano Banana and stuff like that. And this is exactly what I did. I was able to create these custom creatives specifically targeting very pinpointed avatars that I identified at the very beginning of my test before I tested anything. To be honest, I'm not even going to break down this other avatar I have here. I kind of wanted to just showcase how the contrast would be in the sense that a concept that you're going to create for this male avatar that is extremely sophisticated is going to be drastically different to what this avatar is going to convert with. So again, this mom that's 30 to 50, they might want to see an authentic testimonial UGC style video from another mom, whereas this male avatar here who's extremely sophisticated in this industry, they want to see something from an authority figure. They want to see something from a doctor who's also in amazing shape, who talks about longevity. They're like a longevity specialist and they talk about weight loss and stuff like that. That is going to be what converts this avatar specifically. So to be honest, that's all I really wanted to show in this video. I just want you guys to understand that you are literally one ad away from absolutely changing your life. And I know that this sounds aspirational, it might sound corny, but I literally showed it to you guys. Like I was able to do 5K a day yesterday with literally one creative. Like that's what I don't think people understand is you have to test and test and test. And I think in our ad account right now, we have like 115 ads live. So we've had to test and test and test a lot just to find one winner that's able to scale us up like crazy. But that is literally all it will take is one winning creative. It will literally change your life. And again, that's all it's going to take really. And the crazy part is like, I've been able to scale this up within 3 weeks, like under 3 weeks. I have a business that yesterday paid me net after expenses like $2,000 clean. So I personally don't think that there's any other business model in this industry, in like the make money online industry, that will pay you that amount of money this fast, as long as you have the right system, you know the right things, you know you're making the right moves. And that's really all it comes down to, is you just need the right system, and you really need to understand how to make creatives properly for different avatars, different pain points, and all that sort of stuff. So if you did find this video interesting and you want to learn a little bit more about creatives and specifically how we produce creatives, I have a detailed creative program which pretty much breaks down everything to do with ecom creatives. That's all I focus on. I teach people exactly how to produce creatives, how to segment their audience, how to actually use AI to create the concepts that I was kind of referencing before with like an authority figure and an authentic testimonial with like a mom, because you can create all of these ads start to finish with AI. So if you want to learn exactly how I'm able to do that, and again, how I'm able to predictably scale up brand new stores to like 5K days within 3 weeks, click the first link in the description. You'll be able to apply for our one-on-one mentorship program, where I will break down everything to do with ecom creatives, how to produce winning ads, and also once you get to a point like this, how to actually systematize it and hire, and how to build a workflow where you have a creative strategist, a video editor, so that you're able to remove yourself from this process and you're not going to be the one that's just like scripting every single day and the business relies on you. I teach you exactly how to take yourself out of the business and how to hire a creative team and everything like that. So again, if you do want to apply, click the first link in the description. It'll take you to a type form. There's literally like 5 questions. It'll take you 2 seconds. And if you are pre-approved based on your responses, then you will jump on a call directly with me, not some sort of sales closer or anything like that. But yeah, that's all I've got for this video. So I will see you in the next one.